So here's the big thing about CPR these days, and this is really important. Hands only. Hands only CPR. A lot of us, especially us older folks, grew up with a dun breathe, dun breathe. We were taught that. None of that. You do CPR with hands only. Also, a lot of people don't really understand what you're doing. When you are doing CPR, you are manually pushing blood through that person's body until real help can get there to get the heart going again. You are literally keeping the person alive as the help gets there. You can do that. You can do that. Now, here's the part that's going to suck, but this is the part you need to hear, and this is the part that might actually save someone's life. When you're doing CPR, you have to push down hard. There's a chance that you will break their rib. But I have some news for you. A broken rib is a lot better than a broken heart. And one of those you can live with. So just remember, if you want the person you're trying to save to live, you need to push hard enough to the beat to do it right. So just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, if you're doing it to a small child or a younger person, you almost will certainly crack ribs. Ribs heal. That's fine. It's okay. But make sure, again, staying alive, middle of the chest, hands only. And if you have a heart condition, teach those around you. 5 minutes to show them that video could literally save your life. All you have to do is show them a YouTube video. That's it. And they might save your life one day. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Yep. And actually, if we could, mods, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link to that video in mod chat. If we could please, cohh.tv/CPR that video. And that way we can just tell people to go there in the future. I think the funny video is probably the best one for that, especially with this audience. Yeah, I think that's the one that's going to really do it. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Red says, do they have a version without the music? They do, Red, but the thing is it's very important that people hear the music for that, because the point of it is you do CPR to the beat of staying alive. The BPM of staying alive is the BPM that you're supposed to do CPR. So it's important to hear the music in this case. We can just, I'll demonetize whatever, I don't care. But yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much. Just wanted that, the last donation kind of inspired me to show you guys that. Learn CPR. It's so easy. You basically just did. And make sure if you see something happen around you and you're the only person that knows how to do it, do it.
Hydration is required.
You literally might save someone's life. So yeah, give it a go. Okay, thank you. Suzu now has cohh.tv/CPR going to that video. If you would like to share that with anyone in your life, that video that we just showed you, cohh.tv/CPR. Just send them that. Just send them that link and be like, hey, just watch this video when you have a minute or two. Just watch the video. And then they're going to know to use their hands, center a chest, do it to staying alive, and know to what happens. So make it done. How can you get CPR certified? You know, that's a great question. You can get certified for CPR. I know you have to do that for like childcare and things of that nature. I don't know where you get that done. I know here in the States that we get that done through, I believe, a state certification thing. Or it may actually be through a hospital. But you'd have to, what I would do is check locally. Most likely you will have some local resources and what you need to do to get certified in your area. Also, Chad is saying check with your local YMCA. There you go as well. If you're in the United States, that's a great way to do it too. Call the local red. I don't know what that is, but oh wait, yes I do. Cool. Okay, great. There's also an awesome YouTube channel for all sorts of CPR and medical on the fly training called Prep Medic. Great, awesome. All right. The only YMCA I know is the song. Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Let me scroll up here so we can get a little bit more caught up. We had a 25 from Astralum. Thank you so much for that, buddy. We have Ham and Cheese with the 100. Thank you for that. Onwards to 100K. He says, what are we at right now? We're at 28,000. I am matching the next just over 20,000 in donations. If you want your donation to work twice as hard, I will match your donation for the next $20,000. So if you donate 10, I will donate 10. If you donate 500, I will donate 500. If you donate 10,000, I will donate 10,000. So big thank you to everyone who has been helping us today. We really appreciate it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get back up into the sky here and keep doing what we were doing. Hey, Midori Bushi. C Swan with a 25. Thank you, that. He says, keep on keeping on. $10 from X Curbs. Appreciate that as well. Joy Punk and Echo Wings with the 500.
Joy Punk and Echo Wings donated $500 and said no words, only love, less than 3.
Thank you, dude. Thank you, Joy Punk. And thank you so much to Echo Wings. We have Beelzebub with the 25 for the spice. The charity donations must flow. Long live the fighters. Darn right, man. Also, as AHA just mentioned, please keep in mind that you do not need to be CPR certified to do CPR. CPR certification is for positions where CPR could be required, like teachers, firefighters, policemen, that kind of thing. It's a for certain that you know CPR in the eyes of the people that need to know that. But you do not need to be certified at all. There's no like legal reason, like, oh, I'm not certified, so I shouldn't do it, or I could get sued. There's nothing like that. Always do CPR if someone around you needs it. Yes. Giraffe Hydra with the $10. Keeping hearts in working order is important. I use mine almost every day. Wow, look at that. J-Dab, thank you, buddy.
JDAB donated $25 and said I have high levels of lipoprotein, A, just found out last year. For research and hopefully to save lives, less than 3.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. We also have Cregan Tur.
Cregan Tur donated $10 and said Scout Leader here. Not enough people know basic first aid, so thanks for helping to spread information on proper CPR technique. People really can help save a life with a little training.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate that as well. Scout leaders, training the next generation. Thank you, buddy. We also have Elvith LaFane.
Elvith LaFine donated $25 and said seeing you go from the small streamer I knew in 2012 to the amazing platform you have now is insane, and continuing to deliver the same good messages you had then is heartwarming. Good on you, Cohh. Big props to you, dude.
I appreciate that, Elvith. I've known Elvith a long time, man. Over a decade now. Thank you. Thank you very much, dude. That is awesome. Really appreciate it. Gold Rubra. Would that work? Try again.
Gold Rubra donated $25 and said have been a lurker for 11 years where your channel has helped me keep getting through a chronic medical illness. Now have a startup inventing products to improve the lives of patients with these conditions.
Whoa!
Happy to help this charity on what they do too.
Dude, awesome. Good on you, man. That is very cool. Thank you for that, and good on you. That's awesome. Nami, thank you for that.
Nami
dude.
donated $10 and said doing my part for the hot tub, dropped brains edition.
For the record, there is no hot tub right now. Let's hit our goal and then we'll talk, but thank you for that. Zeus
the Williams donated $25 and said Cohh, you're the man. You give hours of entertainment every day, it makes this donation so easy to contribute.
Well, thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. I'm thrilled you feel that way, Zeus. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thickless Cage. Love that name. Wow.
Thickles ___ Cage donated $25 and said you can find local CPR training at heart.org, and remember, CPR is performed differently for adults and infants. The training only takes a few days, and it saves lives. There's no reason not to get certified.
Cool. Heart.org. Even better. There we go. Azzy with the 10. Thank you, dude.
Azy Azora donated $10 and said if I had the money I would donate to meet your goal now, but all I can do is the minimum.
Hey, every bit
My
counts,
younger
man.
brother died from heart disease at 27 in 2017. Every little bit helps. Thanks for doing this again. You rock.
Dude, 27. Thank you for your $10 donation, man. That, yeah, for the record, you said all I can do is the minimum for $10. $10 is way, way above minimum, man. If you're donating at all, you're already way above minimum. So thank you. Thank you, Azzy. That goes a long way, and I really appreciate it. And best to you, man. Best to you. James.
James X KDX donated $5 and said I lost my dad 4 years ago to an undiagnosed heart condition and had to perform CPR on him while waiting for the paramedics. The heart condition is the same reason he lost his dad. Please be aware that heart conditions can be hereditary. Much love to all.
Very good point. And thank you for that, man. Best to you, dude. And I'm, yeah, sorry I had to deal with that. Best to you. Thank you for donating to our cause today, man. Really do appreciate it. Jeremy
Jeremy donated $25 and said, as a firefighter, EMT, thank you for doing something like this. Very needed in the world.
Well, thank you. As a firefighter / EMT, you're doing something like this. I like to think of firefighters and EMTs as policemen, and policemen as kind of like, I kind of put them in the real life heroes category. Like if a person wants to actually be a hero from like games and books, they go and save people like that. So thank you for all you do, man. I think I speak for all of us when I say we really appreciate dual firefighter EMTs out there. So thank you, man. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. Okay. We also have Mr. Stew Daddy. Any first responder.
Stew Daddy donated $25 and said Vinnie Jones did a CPR video as well that you should see.
Cool. Okay. We also have Kat with a 25.
Kat donated $25 and said, super awesome thing you're doing, both the fundraiser and the PSA for CPR. More people should absolutely learn how. The more that do, the more lives can be saved.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. Great message. Really appreciate that. Gruffud 24601 with the $500 donation. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. That's massive. We also have Evan SM with the 50. Thank you for doing this, Cohh. This is for my wife and I's future child. We want them to live a long, happy, and healthy life. Much love. Thank you, Evan. That's super cool, man. Thank you. We also have Anonymous with a 25. Thank you for that. Zazu 80 with a 10. Great cause, doing my part. Thank you for that, man. We also have Amy's the Wise with a 10 and said I've used my first responder skills, including CPR and AED. She thanked me and the team for keeping her breathing. Since said I have used my first responder skills, including CPR and AED. The person thanked me and the team for keeping her breathing. Awesome, Amy. So you actually saved a life doing this stuff. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. We also have Midori Bushi. Said, I just got paid and I'm glad to help in any way possible for a great cause. You're the best, Cohh. Thank you, Midori. We also are at 30K. Oh man, almost a third through our goal. Almost 1/3 through our goal. Oh my Lord. Old Man Gibb with the $100.
Old Man Gibb donated $100 and said I have had to perform CPR. It can be daunting, but the option is someone dying. It's a no-brainer. Thanks a million, Cohh, for keeping it real.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. And good on you, man. Good on you. Doinkmeister with the 50.
Doinkmeister donated $50 and said I know the channel is all about good vibes, but I gotta say, I'm not a fan of heart disease. Sorry for the harsh words. Cohh L.
I think we could all agree on that. You know what? I think we can give a pass and say heart disease is generally bad vibes. I think we can do that. I think that's okay. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. 41 down.
41 down donated $25 and said another year and another donation for my healthy daughter. She was born with both an ASD and VSD 11 years ago.
Ooh.
Thanks to her doctors and other specialists, she's living a normal life.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for that message, 41 down. And thank you for the $25 tip, dude. That's incredible. Thank you so much. Man. Awesome. Vaping Unicorn. What a fantastic name. I love it.
Vaping Unicorn donated $25 and said, good morning, Cohh.
Good morning.
I have been watching for years.
Thank you.
This community is just the best, so we need to raise the money to keep us all together and keep us all healthy. Thank you, Cohh.
I
Came
agree.
for the bongos and staying for the hot tub.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much, buddy. Ramalem with a 10 says, no story. Thanks for being you, Cohh, and using your platform the best way possible. Love from England. Thank you for that, dude. Thank you. Mr. T with a 10. Happy to do my part. We all lift together. No Hawk with the 1 said this. Darn right. No Hawk. Thank you for your $1, man. Every single dollar counts. I really appreciate that, dude. We also have Anonymous with the $100 tip or donation.
Anonymous donated $100 and said, please remember heart issues, attacks present different in women than they do in men.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's major heart attack presented just as exhaustion and wanting to sleep. We took her to the hospital only BC. She then couldn't take a deep breath the next day. Interesting.
Oh. Huh. Okay. You know what? That is good to know. I just realized I don't know all the different ways that can express. So I'm going to need to look into that. Also, I just heard one of my dogs bark from my garage on the other side of this wall over here to my right. There shouldn't be any dogs in there. So I'm going to need to go check out what that was. I'll be right back. We're good. My dogs let themselves in, as they do. Hey, Blunt Machetes. Thank you for that resub over on YouTube. Appreciate it, man. Okay. We've got that Lad Fisher with the 10.
That Lad Fisher donated $10 and said, Cohh, I've watched you for years and love every bit of your content. You really are someone who wears their heart on their sleeve.
Thank you, dude.
You are a beautiful person with a beautiful heart. Please take a moment to pat yourself on the back. Much love.
It's very nice of you to say, man. We'll agree to disagree, but I appreciate you. And thank you for your $5 or your $10, dude. Thank you. Big T says, thanks for all the content, Cohh. Much love. Thank you, Big T. We had Ian Mack with a 25. Anonymous with the 10. Great message, man. Very good point. Absolutely. Anonymous with the 10 also said, hello there. Well, hi there, Anonymous. Thank you for your $10 tip. We have Room 42B with a 25 said, my dad had a replacement heart valve fitting some years ago. It's metal and you can actually hear him ticking. Much love, everyone, with a $25 from Room 42B. That's incredible, Room. That's crazy. No Hawk donated another $1 and said, is, and then he donated another $1 and said, for, and then he donated another $1 and said, Barry. Okay, so I think we caught up with him. Awesome. Thanks, No Hawk. Yolson, thank you for that 25. We have Barry Carl Lyon.
Barry Carl Lyon donated $69.69 and said need more 69s to be honest.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Thank you for that. Itanius. Whoa.
Nohawk donated $1 and said Barry.
That's not what I clicked on.
Nohawk donated $1 and said Barry.
Okay, that messed up. Itanius with the $500 donation. Good morning, Cohh. I have a niece who was recently diagnosed with POTS. We've heard that a lot this morning. So I have funds raised from this event. So I hope funds raised from this event research and awareness for her and so many others suffering from a heart condition. Thanks to you in the community for donating. Itanius with the $500 donation. Awesome. Didi Bull.
JJ8215 donated $10 and said longtime lurker Cohh.
Oh, it's JJ.
Heart problems run in my family, glad to help.
Thank you. Thank you for the 10. Didi Bull said, with loved ones who have heart conditions, I appreciate the charity stream. Thank you for using your platform for a charity cause like this. Love you and love the community. God bless, from Didi Bull X3. Thanks, bud. We also have Big PTR with a 10.
Bigga PTR donated $10 and said when watching GDQ, they often mention that sometimes employers match donations to nonprofit organization. So it wouldn't hurt to check if yours does the same, less than free.
Absolutely. Not only that, but there's actually a search thing. There's actually a search thing on the website that lets you search to see if your employer may have an automatic match. So especially if you work for a big company, you should definitely check that out because they may just automatically match your donation. Pretty cool. Whoa. Shrink. Great. Sir! There we go. Perfect. Ascending Crane with a 500!
Ascending Crane donated $500 and said this is for my wife Allison taking care of me when I had a heart attack in 2021.
Whoa.
Doctor said it was because too much salt in your Last of Us 2 review.
Cromulent Gamer with a 10. Thank you, Ascending Crane.
Judge Spud donated $100 and said I lost my friend whilst doing CPR, kept him alive long enough to say goodbye. It's so important, guys. Stay safe and love you all.
I'm sorry, man. That's rough. Best to you. Best to you, man. Thank you for the 100. That's really rough. Best to you, dude. Pika with the 25.
Pika donated $25 and said my mom died of a heart attack at 52. Her first heart attack, she thought she had bronchitis and went to the doc.
No kidding.
She had just finished groceries shopping and didn't want to go to the hospital. They pulled all the food into the office fridge so she would go.
Wow. That's wild. Thank you, Silex. I appreciate that. Or I'm sorry, that wasn't Silex. That was Pika. Thank you, Pika. Silex with a 10.
Silex 1234 donated $10 and said when undergoing lifesaver training I learned the symptoms of myocarditis. Had it myself in 2018, I could easily send myself in. The fitness level as a swimmer and my swift reaction saved my life.
Whoa.
Stay healthy and learn CPR. Thank you Community and less than 3.
Symptoms of myocarditis. Okay, well, I'm going to look into this later. See what this is all about. That's really interesting. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that. Cool. I'm sure there's lots of information on the website about that. Sarah says, this is a depressing stream. You know, you could easily think that because it's a lot of people sharing some stories that are kind of sad, but they're sharing their sad stories because we're raising money to save more lives. So it may be a little depressing, but in the last, hour, we've raised $36,000 to hopefully help some people not die. So it's good. I'd say overall that's good. Overall, that's good. Yeah. Although, yeah, some of the stories are a little sad, but I'd say it's worth it. Yep. And also really helps some people that can talk about this stuff. So, we have done charity streams where we have gotten some of those messages, and I've received messages after the stream from people being like, thanks for doing that. I have never told that to anyone before. It was cathartic to be able to, say that in public. And I was like, dude, absolutely. Of course. So, no, it's these are very serious stories that affect us, but at the same time, like, these are the reasons we're doing these charity streams. So that's why we're here, is so hopefully we can avoid making some of those stories. So it's important to hear them, and it's important to, be aware, for sure.
Anonymous donated $500 and said my dad had a quadruple bypass and is still going strong 5 years later. What a great charity to support. This is a great community. Thank you and everyone who has and will donate.
Heck yeah, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Anonymous with the 100. Thank you for supporting a great cause and the reminder to use company match. Awesome. So that may have worked for you. Great. We also have the 25.
Anonymous donated $25 and said, tomorrow is another day. And you don't have to hide away. You'll be a man, boy. But for now, it's time to run. It's time to run.
That is a poem that I think I've heard before, but I don't remember where. So thank you for that, and I appreciate that, Anon with the 25. William Wall with the $6.90.
William Wall 512 donated $6.90 and said Barry is right, we are lacking some nice donations.
It's true. Very true. Very true. Big Ben Clock with the 20.
Big Ben Clock 7 donated $20 and said great cause, great community. Appreciate you creating a great space to have some good vibes while we all get to enjoy some games.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you. Grab you. We also have Blunt Machetes with a 25 says, take my money. I gladly will. Thank you, MJ fans with the super chat on YouTube. Quick reminder, all donations to the charity today need to go to cohh.tv/donate. Quick reminder. Thank you, thank you. Turn that with a 10. Oh, my absolute pleasure, man. Thank you.
Trinkeet donated $10 and said thanks for the good vibes and spreading so much kindness. There is nowhere near enough of it these days.
Really appreciate that, man. Thank you for the kind words. Ooh. Hold on, let me get all these guys taken care of real quick. Whoop. Ow. Okay, there we go. We also have Rogue Jinx with the 100.
Rogue Jenks donated $100 and said awesome charity stream Cohh, something I think we all have a connection to and can really support. Much love.
Thank you, buddy. Irish Assassin with the 169.
Irish Assassino 1 donated $169 and said I am slightly conflicted. I totally love and support the amazing work that the AHA does, as well as the good vibes Cohh GV that Cohh and this awesome community always bring to this world.
Okay.
But I am also sitting here and enjoying bacon for breakfast.
Oh.
Cohh's nom.
Yeah. I mean, you know, noms are also important. So there's arguments for good noms. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, buddy. We also have $10. Here's $10 for saving these hearts instead of saving D's nuts. I see you stop playing Death Stranding 2 and return to Dune Stranding 2. Because we're stuck. That's good. That's good. Okay. Thank you for that, Neo Ranger with the 10. That's a Fairfang with the 10 as well.
Fairfang donated $10 and said September of last year my mother-in-law had a heart attack while on the phone with my sister-in-law.
Oh.
Living nearby, we rushed over and performed CPR till help arrived. They continued, but sadly she passed several hours later. Cherish your loved ones, people.
Absolutely, best to you, and you know, you did what you could. That story could have ended differently thanks to your actions. But you know, sometimes unfortunately it doesn't. But the best to you, dude, and thank you for your donation today. We really appreciate it. Lena Marie
donated $5 and said ba dum, ba dum, ba dum, ba dum. Cohh L.
Ba dum. Feral Roacher is matching the next $250 donated. Thanks, man. How cool. How cool. Sitarip. Whoa, awesome.
Saitorip donated $25 and said, hey Cohh, thanks for doing this. Good friend of mine had a full heart transplant a few years ago and is doing well today.
Dang. Very cool. Very cool. Red Mass with the 10.
Red_Mass donated $10 and said I nearly lost my younger brother last year to Brugada syndrome. A year later I got tested for it too after chest problems. Get yourself checked out if nothing feels right.
100%.
Thanks for the uplifting content, Cohh.
Dude, like what we talked about this morning, 80% of heart-related disease deaths can be prevented if, you know, through proper diet changes and exercise and all sorts of stuff. Identifying problems early is huge. So, yeah, I mean, that couldn't have said it better than that. Feral Roacher with the 250 as well?
Feral Rocher donated $250 and said,
I didn't even say anything, but thank you. My lord. Thank you, buddy. Edumacated with the 40 says Cohh hi. Love it. We also had Anonymous with the 100.
Anonymous donated $100 and said good vibes everyone, this is a great cause. Also, just wanted to share that 10 minutes of exercise is better than none. I started with doing a really quick bike ride and that's compounded into a full-fledged workout routine.
Oh, dude. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. I am jelly. I hope to be there one day as well. Thank you for that. We also had Clarion with the 100.
Clarion21 donated $100 and said my dad goes in for a heart procedure this Wednesday. So glad you do these things to contribute to a great cause for him and others.
Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate you, dude. We have Heinous Hag.
Heinushig donated $25 and said my grandmother just had a heart attack 2 weeks ago, 100% blockage. Today is her 83rd birthday, and happy to say she is here to celebrate it.
Hey!
Thankful for
Nice.
all of the doctors and research that helped her survive this less than 3.
Very cool. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you for sharing that with us, dude. That's awesome. We had an anonymous $100 donation. Thank you so much for that. Zilchhound with the 50.
Zilchhound donated $50
Sounds good,
and
Barry.
said good friend found out he had of cardiac sarcoidosis at 45. Now he has a robot in his chest, but he is alive and living.
Wow.
Good vibes to the community. Thanks, Cohh.
Oh, man, my pleasure. My pleasure. You know, kind of interesting. I just realized I have my own little heart story. It didn't happen to me, but it happened to a friend of our family. And I can't believe I have not thought about this until now. So, but I'm going to tell the story. So get this. This is a friend of the family. He's a newer dad. He is early 30s, I believe. And he went to the local state fair. And when he was at the local state fair, he went with his family, and his grandmother was really into horoscopes and like get your future read and stuff like that, right? So the family went over to that part of the fair so they could, you know, play some, you know, do the fun little, that stuff. And on their way over, there was like a store tent set up, right? That was selling something. And what they were selling was, now what you can do is you can go to clinics and stuff, and you can get like on-demand chest scans and on-demand body scans. And basically it's to check for things that you may have, but not doctor ordered. You can like get these done and then pay to have professionals look over them, that kind of thing. So they were running some deal where they were like, you can get the scans done for like $10, and then we'll go over all of them for like 300, right? That was the little thing they were doing at the fair. So the guy, our buddy was like, oh, I'll just get the scans done, you know, lol, whatever. I won't get the assessment afterwards. I'll just get the scans done for fun. I've never done it before. I'll see what it's like. So he got the scans done, and he didn't get the assessment done. And they gave him his scans. And when they gave him his scans, it was chest scans, they did put some notes on it. And he took that scan to his doctor the next time he went there. And he just goes, hey, I got these done. Check this out. And the doctor looks at the scans, and he says that she went like this. Oh, we need to go to the ER now. Turned out what was on the scan was the vein going into his heart was blown. He only had, you're supposed to have a certain amount of bifurcations, or you're supposed to have a certain number of valves of different parts of the valve. And 2 of his parts are fused together. And what it's done is it's created a situation where there's pressure on the vein right before it goes into the heart. And he is literally at risk at any moment of that vein just rupturing and dying. And it's already expanding, which means that like it could blow any day. Because his doctor saw this, he is now going in next month to address it. If he had not known this, he would have died in the next 5 years. Like he just would have died. So that's the kind of stuff. Like it's wild. Like it's, you know, so, and for the record, he has no factors. He has no exhibiting factors. Like there's no tiredness, there's no weakness, there's none of that stuff. So it just goes to show you, man, like that's a big deal. That stuff's a big deal. Yeah. Best $10 ever. I know. Right. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how that stuff works. Yep. Crazy how that stuff works. DD Bull says that's what my dad has, and he has to have it monitored every year. Yep. They're before he goes in for surgery, they're taking monthly scans of his heart, to make sure that it's not like getting bad quicker. Yeah. So they're you know, it's very serious. Yeah, but it's pretty wild. Mm-hmm. Just saying, Cohh, that would be illegal here in Europe. If they do the scan and see anything, they have to help you. They can't just let you go home because you didn't pay for the consultation. Well, here's the thing. I think they get around that by putting the notes on the scan. I think if they didn't put the notes on the, because funny enough, that was talked about as well. So the consultation was the doctor explaining the notes. That was the expensive part. But I think they actually put the stuff on the scan and then we're like, take this to your doctor kind of. Yeah. So. And that way you have to pay the doctor instead of pay them, essentially. Oh, Zaven. Yeah, another great point. Just if you have history.
At CohhCarnage, all my direct male ancestors died of cardiac diseases. I have gone and get checked twice since I passed 30 yo.
Yep, smart.
Highly recommend everyone keeping an eye on things.
You can absolutely go, like, schedule a doctor appointment and just be like, I have a history of heart disease and I want to check to make sure that I'm not at risk. You can absolutely plan an appointment for that. You don't need any specific reason. You don't need to be feeling anything. Like, you can absolutely schedule that appointment. And if you have heart disease, especially if you have someone in your family that has died of heart disease that is younger than you, that is about as big of a red flag as life can give you. So if you're in that situation, if you have had someone in your family die of a heart-related illness that died younger than you are, then you need to just call your doctor. Just be like, I just want to get checked out. I just want to get it checked out. Just want to be sure. And they'll do it. And there's lots of signs they can look for early that could potentially save you a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. All right. What do we got here? Dr. Chimps.
Dr_Chimps donated $10 and said, remember, the best thing you can do in a potential cardiac event is to start CPR and have someone call 911. Bystander effect is real, so be the solution.
Yep.
Much love, Cohh, chat, and mods.
Great call, man. Thank you for that. Farron with the very nice donation.
Farron93 donated $69.69 and said, I have to agree. We need more of it. But most importantly though, a massive thank you to every person who helps and has helped save lives. As much as we accomplished in science already, we're still fragile beings at the end of the day.
Good show.
Really appreciate that, man. Thank you, Farron. And couldn't say it better, dude. We are, at the end of the day, very fragile. No question. Appreciate that.
Tiger Junkie donated $10 and said my daughter had regular
second one from Tiger.
ventricular contractions as an infant. She was closely monitored and they resolved on their own. Woo. Fun
Nice.
fact, as adults many of us likely will have one or two just watching this stream. Laughing face.
Laughing face. Thank you so much. Kel Crow, thanks, bud. How are you?
Crow donated $50 and said my grandfather fought through World War II, Korea, and Vietnam with 5 Purple Hearts between them and was the gentlest soul, but was nearly taken by a heart attack. He survived after triple bypass surgery and remained active and with us for many years beyond.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Appreciate you sharing that, dude. Thank you. Bond Smith with a 25.
Bond_Smith donated $25 and said thanks Cohh for doing this amazing charity event and supporting an important and life-saving cause. S to this amazing community for supporting the cause, for sharing your powerful stories. Cohh hug.
Thank you. And a big thank you to everyone who's been sharing those stories. Some of these have been really personal. So really appreciate it, man. Those stories can be what starts the process of getting people to donate to a cause like this. So I know it's a little rough sometimes, but it's really appreciated. So thank you guys. That's huge. That's how this stuff keeps going forward. Plastic Photo says, happy to donate to a great cause. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. Don't thank me. Thank you. You guys are the ones donating. Well, I guess I am too, but we all are. Christian with a 2. Thank you for that. I am Hypocrites with a 25 says, I'm doing my part. You're not a hypocrite for saying that. Thank you for that. We also have Jaito with a 10.
G8007 donated $10 and said, hey Cohh, my wife, 44 years old, had a heart condition that triggered vascular dementia. Also a deadly and incurable condition. We only have a couple of years to give her the best we can do for her. Me and the kids take every moment we can have.
Wow. Jaito, the best to you, man. I have not even heard of vascular dementia? Is that dementia caused by a lack of blood flow? Oh man, vascular dementia is a decline in thinking skills caused by conditions that block or reduce blood flow to various regions of the brain, depriving them of oxygen and nutrients. Oh man. That's horrible. Dude, the best to you. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. That's so unfortunate. The best to you. You know what? And honestly, I will say this. It sounds like your head's in the right place, man. Thank you for the 10. Thank you for that. And the best to you, dude. The best to you, Jaito. Absolutely. Black Rose Waldo with the 75.
Black Rose Waldo donated $75 and said, on my 4th year of stage 3 heart failure. 50% don't make it past 5 years. Hope this helps research so we can all beat the odds.
Good for you, Black Rose. Keep on keeping on. Thank you. Thank you, Black Rose. We also have Fushi with the 10.
Fushi donated $10 and said 10 years of good lurker vibes. I sat with my dad in my arms when he passed 3 years ago. These stories breaks my heart. Stay strong, community.
Best to you,
Cohh.
Fushi. Thank you, buddy. And thank you, hey, thank you for potentially saving some future lives, man. Thank you.
Anonymous
Thank you.
donated $25 and said shout out to congenital heart defect warriors. Keep fighting, we can overcome this. I am only 28 years old and have had 3 full open heart surgeries to replace my pulmonary valve, last one being in September on 2024. Thank you for the fundraiser.
Absolutely. Thank you, Anonymous. And thank you for the 25. Tear Salt with the 5. Oh, donating in honor of his Sophie. Oh, she donated her heart valves through an organ donation as well. If you're healthy, donate your organs and you could give someone your health and a chance at life. That's Tear Salt. That's a really sweet message. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Morphin.
Morphin donated $50 and said I don't know anyone who has heart problems, but more than 4 family members has died of cancer. While not the same, I am happy to support similar causes.
You know, I mean, that's one of the reasons we also are a big supporter of St. Jude, who is big into cancer. You know, these are all ailments that we can help potentially one day eliminate. And every single dollar that you guys donate is helping get us there in some capacity. So thank you. Thank you for everyone who has been donating. We really do appreciate it. Just awesome. MJ fans, thank you for that. Thank you for that as well. Oh my Lord. Oh no, we're almost at 40K and I am matching the next 10,000 I am matching. We've matched 25,000 this morning. And yeah, once we hit 50K, that's when we're, oh Lord, that's when the goals start. that's when the goals start. So, oh Lord, okay, getting close. Oh wow, we're over 40,000. Okay, that was big. Jeez. All right, Nick Frenzy. Oh yeah, dude, this is a great tip. I'm gonna put this up. This is a great
Medical
tip.
here. Super important to point directly at someone and tell them to call 911. If you just blindly shout for someone to call, generally people will assume someone else will take care of it.
Not the first time I've heard that, and that is really, really good advice. If you're ever in a situation where you're in public and you need someone to call the police, doesn't matter who you point to. Point at someone and tell them to call the police. Don't just yell for people to call the police, because no one will. Bystander effect is very real. So, yeah, it's very good to do that. Another good thing is that if you point at someone and say, call the police, and they can't do it, they are more liable to find someone who can. So then that takes the onus off you and you can focus on what you're doing. So that also is great advice. Nick,